Hello, I'm Captain Rich Green, and I'd like to welcome you to Horizon Watch. I've spent a large part of my life at sea. As a captain, you learn quickly that the horizon is more than just a line in the distance. It is where weather forms, where risks appear. It's where opportunities show themselves, and where the next leg of the voyage begins. That idea is at the heart of Horizon Watch. This project was created to look outward, ask better questions, follow the evidence, and prepare for what may be coming, not with fear or panic, but with awareness, discipline, and a little bit of old-fashioned seamanship. On a vessel, risk assessment is part of life. Before we begin an operation, we look at the plan, the conditions, the equipment, the crew, and the possible hazards. And any serious risk assessment includes a worst-case scenario. That does not mean we expect the worst. It means we respect the possibility. So I believe it only makes sense to apply that same thinking to our home planet. Prepare for the worst, hope for the best. Keep your eyes on the horizon. Horizon Watch is a media and research platform focused on the major forces shaping our world. We'll be looking at geophysical changes, solar activity, ocean systems, polar ice, magnetic drift, and natural Earth cycles. Some of these subjects can get technical or controversial. Our goal is not to push panic. Our goal is to ask, what is actually happening? What evidence supports it? What are the possible consequences? And what would a reasonable, prepared person do with that information? That is the lane Horizon Watch is trying to occupy. Not doom, not propaganda, not blind trust. Just observation and conversation. There are real changes happening in the world around us. The sun goes through cycles. The oceans move heat around the planet. The Atlantic Meridional Overturning Circulation, or AMOC, plays a major role in climate patterns. The Antarctic ice sheet is watched closely. How much is natural? How much is misunderstood? How much are we simply not being told clearly? Those are fair questions. As a mariner, I don't have the luxury of ignoring conditions. If the barometer is falling and the sea is building, I can't pretend everything is fine. At sea, reality wins. That is the mindset I want to bring to Horizon Watch. We are going to look at the data and the historical record. Some ideas will hold up, some will not, but the process matters. Because when people stop asking questions, they stop navigating. The ocean teaches patience and humility. It teaches you that nature is powerful, complex, and sometimes unforgiving. Out there, you learn that preparation is not paranoia. You study the weather, you plan escape routes, and you maintain communications. That mindset applies to more than ships. It applies to families, communities, and nations. If major systems are changing, we should pay attention. Not because we can control everything, because we can prepare better. Horizon Watch will explore the tension between cycles and narratives. Real science asks questions and welcomes evidence. It can handle scrutiny, but climate issues have become deeply tied to politics and media. When massive amounts of money and power are attached to a narrative, the public has every right to ask hard questions. At Horizon Watch, we are interested in separating signal from noise. Where the evidence is strong, we'll say so. Where it's weak, we'll say that too. Where uncertainty exists, we will not pretend otherwise. That is how trust is built. We'll also leave room for hidden history and lost knowledge. History is not always as clean as it appears in textbooks. Civilizations rise and fall. Knowledge is preserved, lost, or hidden. Ancient stories often point towards something worth investigating. We'll approach those subjects with curiosity, but also with discipline. The goal is to investigate the unusual without abandoning common sense. That is why our phrase, following the evidence, fits so well. Now, Horizon Watch will not be all heavy subjects. There will also be adventure. We'll cover sport fishing, boating, and sailing news. We'll talk about small pleasure boating for beginners because a lot of people get on the water without understanding how conditions change. We'll bring in maritime experience, safety, and real-world lessons. There is a serious side to that, but there is also a fun side. The ocean is dangerous, but it is also beautiful and full of life. Horizon Watch should reflect both, the warning and the wonder, the risk and the adventure, the storm and the sunrise. Another part of Horizon Watch will be conversations with guests. Our guests may be researchers, mariners, or business owners. We want to give people a chance to tell their real story. How did they start? What did they learn? I believe people connect with real stories better than polished slogans. A business is the result of someone's work, risk, and sacrifice. That is the kind of story Horizon Watch can help tell. At its core, Horizon Watch is about awareness. It is about watching the horizon, physically, intellectually, and historically. It is about paying attention to the world we live in and the forces that shape it. We will explore geophysical change and question narratives. We will respect real science. Most importantly, we will try to help people think ahead, because the future belongs to those who look out. So welcome to Horizon Watch. I'm Captain Rich Green. I invite you to follow along as we keep our eyes on the horizon. Prepare for the worst, hope for the best, and never stop watching what is coming over that next line of blue. This is Horizon Watch. Thank you for joining us on this voyage. This is Horizon Watch. Let's get underway together.